Sub! Wait, Steve. Wait, now you're Sub. I'm confused. Steve is a mysterious Minecraft character, and I don't think we know enough about him. His secrets won't remain for long, though, because it's time to reveal 15 things you didn't know about Steve in Minecraft. Yep, that's right. There's still more things to know about Steve, and the player's journey through the many years of Minecraft woe and whimsies. He's seen it all, from mobs to structures. But what else is he hiding, Sub? Let's find out. Number 1. Steve's strength. Yep, despite his newbie appearance, Steve actually possesses a strength almost unlike any other video game character in the world. Steve has a large inventory, and he's able to pick up not only one block for each slot, but an entire stack of 64 for every slot. That's 2,304 blocks. Not only that, Steve can break blocks with his bare hand. Hitting it long enough, he can even break stone. Dare I even say obsidian? No, that's a bit much. Steve can hold roughly 11 million tons of material, and this won't affect the speed at which he runs, or the height of his jumps, meaning it essentially makes no difference to him. Put up against real humans, Steve is 4 million times stronger than the world's strongest man. Insanity, right, Sub? Technically, Steve could lift 1,500 Eiffel Towers without even trying, or 25 Burj Khalifas without a drop of sweat. Number 2. Spectator Powers. For the longest time, Steve was merely a human. A strong one, perhaps, but it's not like he had superpowers. Until creative mode, making him the official god of the world, with unlimited items and commands that can manipulate time and weather. But something more than this was an additional mode added in Java 1.8 Snapshot 14W05A. Not adventure mode, it's spectator mode. This mode makes you invisible, a floating head in fact, able to teleport and spy on other users. Not only that, but Steve's learned how to take the vision of other mobs. Yikes, Steve! The awesome visual effects that appear when you spectate different mobs are unique, such as the one for the creeper or the spider. Number 3. Steamortal. Aging is an incredible process, and Minecraft isn't shy to show off the life cycles of its creatures. With babies being born, growing up, and other adults breeding, wild predators attacking prey, and sheep eating grass, the world feels very alive. But technically, mobs can never die of natural aging. In fact, most of the mobs in the world are technically immortal, unless they despawn. The same can be said for Steve. I mean, think about it. You could technically survive in a Minecraft world forever. And Steve's visuals may never change, not even by a pixel. He never gets older, never gets weaker, but does beg the question, why? I mean, Steve can die in many other ways, Sub. So while he may technically be immortal, he isn't immortal to kill. So what's the point? Immortals live forever, and you can enjoy Minecraft forever by subscribing to Sub's World. A subscription never ages, and it's free. So slap that button and help us get to 1 million subscribers. Number 4. Hostility. Steve is a pretty good guy, but his relationship with the mobs of this world have subtly evolved over the last few years. Take aggravation, for example. This is the distance from where a mob will see you and try to attack you. Aggro range has been changed a little bit, but it averages around 16 blocks for all mobs, as long as nothing is blocking the mob's sight. This is except for the ghast, which you can see from 100 blocks away. Not just see you, they can detect you, meaning even if you're not in sight, they'll have an inkling that you're around. Better just stay hidden with Steve. Number 5. Another Blocky world. Here's a fun fact. In a distant game universe far, far away, totally disconnected from Minecraft, is Lego. Lego sets are great, and their block-by-block building is very similar to Minecraft. So is it any surprise, Sub, that Steve is featured as a micro mob, along with a creeper in a cool mini Lego set? Number 6. Combat. Even if you're a pacifist, in Minecraft, fighting has always gotta be on your mind. And for Steve here, that's no exception. Ever since 2009, he's been learning new tricks to fight against mobs. At first, spam clicking was the answer, but then in the combat update, it was changed up to make combat a little bit more time-based. Players didn't really take to this system, and in fact, to this day, players complain with the amount Mojang changes combat. Hopefully they'll find something perfect soon. Number 7. Achievements. Nice! It looks like you got an achievement, Sub. Must feel good. But did you know there was a time when Steve didn't nearly have half the achievements you do now? In fact, way back when, Steve actually didn't have any achievements at all, or a recipe book for that matter. In early beta versions, Steve would need to figure out everything on his own, free to explore and progress through the world, doing whatever pleased him. Of course, now he has many goals to accomplish, such as taming every type of cat and creating a beacon. Obviously, there's killing the Ender Dragon too. Number 8. Hunger Introduction. Yep, that's right. Steve never used to eat food. Wait, no, that's wrong. Okay. What I mean to say is, he didn't have a hunger bar. He could eat food, but it would just heal him. In the 1.8 Adventure Update, however, that all changed. Filling up your hunger bar, I see there, Sub. Well, how about our faithful viewers help fill up a bar too? That like ratio bar. Go ahead and thumbs up the video if you think you've learned something new about Steve. Number 9. Wielding and shielding. That trusty left hand of Steve's hasn't always been that useful. In fact, dual wielding and holding shields wasn't possible back in the day. Way back in July of 2011, Jeb teased that shields would appear for the left arm. And lo and behold, they did in 1.9 Snapshot 15W33C. And now Steve could use both arms freely. Number 10. Villager Interactions. Steve loves trading with villagers, but before 1.3.1 Snapshot 12W21A, villagers themselves weren't added until 2 versions before 1.0.0. Luckily, they slipped right in before the official release of the game. Number 11. Height of popularity. While he may be a well-known guy, I bet you didn't know how tall Steve was. Maybe you measured it in-game, 1 block and a bit. But we could be more detailed than that, Sub. Steve is 1 block and 15 pixels tall, just 1 pixel from 2 blocks. So technically, he's about 6.5 feet tall. That's pretty tall. Number 12. Becoming Steve. While it's pretty standard at this point to change your skin to something more fitting as soon as you download the game, few still stick with Steve's skin, staying loyal. However, Sub, back in the day, players like you sometimes wouldn't have a choice. The Minecraft beta always used to have issues, especially with the skin servers, causing players to just go back to the default original Steve skin. Pretty annoying when everybody's diverse skin just suddenly disappears. Good thing we don't have this problem now. Number 13. Render Vision. Undergoing many changes, one thing that isn't safe is Steve's eyesight. See for yourself, Sub. Wait, where's Steve? Turn your render distance up a little, Sub. Render distance has been in options for a long time, allowing players to increase or lower the chunks they can see. The fewer chunks included, the faster each frame can be rendered, allowing for some much smoother gameplay, less lag, and higher FPS. In the update 0.8.0, the maximum render distance was incredibly low. Steve could barely see in front of him. But nowadays, he can see up to 32 chunks, or over 500 blocks away. Someone's been eating their carrots. How far can you set your render distance without lagging? Let us know in the comments down below. Number 14. Iconic merch. Bullying the noob, I see, Sub. Will you ever stop pranking poor Steve here? You know, Sub, Steve is pretty popular outside of the server. While you may think he's a noob, millions out there love him, as proven by a crazy amount of Minecraft merchandise, all majority of which have his image. You might want to think twice about who you're talking to, Sub. You're practically in the presence of a celebrity. Number 15. Other games. Steve gets around. No, not in that way, Sub. But because he's the iconic main character of one of the biggest games in all of history, then of course other games want in. Steve has appeared in many other titles, doing crossovers or for Easter eggs. And we've even mentioned some in the previous video. But of course, there's more. In the Steam version of Super Meat Boy, there's an unlockable Steve called Mr. Minecraft. The character had a shorter jump height than the other characters, but could mine blocks and place them in the level, adding a cool Minecraft angle to the game. Steve can also be found in Supreme Stickman Duelist, where he can be played using a pickaxe that can place blocks like pistons, cobblestone, and TNT. I bet you wish you had a pickaxe like that in Minecraft, Sub. Maybe ask Steve to bring one over for you. Steve gets more and more interesting every time we visit him. I seriously didn't think he could have so many surprises in store for us. Well, as usual, I know some new videos are on the horizon, Sub. You better get back to making them. We'll catch you next time.